We will be presenting on Mortise and Tenon. It is used on many projects where things have to fit together to make them stronger. For example, our stool needs to have the legs have mortise and tenon in between to hold them together to make them stronger.
The materials needed for this project will be the wood, sandpaper, Alright, so estimated time for how long it would take to set up this project would estimate around 5 minutes tops.
There are different types of tenons and mortises. An open mortise, a stub mortise, a through mortise, a wedged half dovetail mortise, and a through wedged half dovetail mortise. An open mortise has only 3 sides. A stub mortise has a shallow mortise with a depth that depends on the size of the timber. A through mortise is a mortise that passes entirely through a piece. A wedged half dovetail mortise is a mortise in which the back is wider or taller than the front or opening. The space for the wedge initially allows room for the tenon to be inserted.
There are many different types of tenon. There are stub tenons, through tenon, loose tenons, biscuit tenon, pegged or pinned tenon, tusk tenon, top tenon, and hammerhead tenon. A through tenon is a tenon that passes entirely through the piece of wood and is inserted into or being clearly visible on the back side. A loose tenon is a tenon that is separated part of the joint, as opposite to a fixed tenon that is an integral part of one of the pieces into be jointed. Biscuit tenon is a thin oval piece of wood shaped like a biscuit. A tusk tenon is a kind of morsel or cut that. Alright, a tusk tenon is a kind of mortise and a tenon joint that uses a wedge-shaped key to hold the joint together. The top tenon is a tenon that occurs on the top of a post. A hammerhead tenon is the method of forming a tenon joint with the shoulders cannot be tightened with clamps. So in other words, it's not like a hammerhead shark. That's just really whack.